All right, what's good? We back. Got a couple things to talk about. Got some women's college basketball. I got some what if scenarios. Um, and of course, we got the Buck struggles. Now, if you take out, I'm gonna jump right into Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Now, if you take out the New York game, the last three games that they've lost have been terrible teams.
Facts.
Now, again, I'm taking New York out because I think even if they were playing good, New York is a team that could possibly beat them.
Yeah.
So, kind of with that said, is how much of a concern is it? Because I want to just point out one last thing is that when you factor in their record against the top teams, they may have the best record in the NBA. I could be wrong, but I know they're one of the top teams
Mm-hmm.
against beating top teams. So,
Correct.
do you think any of that is motivation? Is it resting, taking a foot off the brake, or what? What do you think? I'll let either one of you go first.
You go ahead, Lamont.
Well, first of all, they beat New York. I mean, they lost to New York without Randall or OG. So they played basically Brunson and a bunch of role players.
Well, then okay, then
Mm-hmm.
it kind of goes to my point, and then four games against four weak teams.
Yeah. As far as the winning record against winning teams, I would have to see, or I would have to know how many of those first 33 games with Adrian Griffin, because Doc is 15 and 17.
Yeah,
Um,
and he coached the second half of the season, which they
Mm-hmm.
said was the harder part of the season too. So,
yeah, and they lost some. They just look bad, man. They look horrible.
and what you think?
I think they've checked out for the rest of this year. I don't think they care at all. The only reason I say
Now,
that
you
is
say rest of
because
the
if
year?
you
Do you
get
mean regular season or this
yeah
year
regular
period?
season, they checked out for the
Okay,
regular season. Like they don't care. Like if you see them cats on the sideline, they laughing, joking, giggling. It's like they don't even take this seriously. And I'm not saying that's appropriate, but you if there was concern, you would see people on the sideline with towels over their head. It ain't none of that because I just really don't think they care anymore. I feel like they just trying to get healthy, go through the motions, and then just turn allegedly flip the switch in the playoffs. Because just think about it. If they was really upset, wouldn't Giannis come out and be saying something? It would players would be saying something. They not.
and as horrible as they've been playing, they're still the two seed in it, and
And
I wonder if 2, 3 on down after the three seed is just no one else really feels like a major threat
mhm.
to them, for the exception of Philly, I'm sure.
I
Well,
also think they
and
might be
that's
trying to avoid Miami too. Oh my bad, Lamar. Go ahead.
oh no. Well, that. Um, but the thing about it is they Philly dropped out without Embiid, so I don't think they would have been in the two seed.
Mhm.
Um, from two seed down to I want to say fourth is only like a game and a half. I don't
Mhm.
see them winning another game this regular season.
You don't see them winning another game.
Agree.
During this regular season, they have
How
Agree.
many? Wait.
Orlando twice.
How many games are left though?
What, 4,
Well, they
5?
have Orlando twice. They have Boston
Boston.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
and then is it Atlanta?
Somebody like that. So it's like 4 or 5 games left.
So
Yeah,
I think the eye test would be Boston tomorrow. If they stay competitive and or beat Boston, and I think it's going to lean more towards what Am was saying as far as about, or what I was saying actually about just motivation
Mm-hmm.
and getting up for, the right teams.
Well,
I,
here's the problem with what both of y'all are kind of, well, more so what Am was saying, as far as them being checked out and they don't care about the regular season. Orlando can jump them for number 2.
True.
So then that puts you down to 3rd. And like I said, it's only about a game and a half. They could easily slip down to 4.
Yeah. I think they want to
So
slip, to
they
be
better
honest.
care.
But I think they want to slip. I don't think they want to play Miami in the first round or have the chance of playing Miami in the first round. I think
well,
that's what
But
it
then you
is.
lose home court advantage too, though.
But I think they feel like with their squad, they can win on the road. You know what I'm saying? They don't want in Denver. They don't want in some of these places. I'm not saying it's appropriate, but if you think about it, it makes sense. How all of a sudden y'all winning, then all of a sudden y'all losing at anybody? It don't even matter who on the court.
But that's
yeah.
I guess that's where my view is different. They haven't been winning. They're 15-17 since Doc took over.
Mm-hmm. I agree with that. Yeah.
I don't think this is a well put together team. I don't think they
Agree.
play well together. I honestly, and I've been saying this to y'all, I think their biggest mistake was firing Bud, letting Holiday go. They could have picked up some extra pieces. I think the Beasley thing is showing that it's just horrible. They don't have a bench anymore.
I don't agree
I
with the
think
Drew
I think
Holiday.
no
I
man.
don't. I don't think
Well,
what the Drew Holiday proved. See, the issue with Drew Holiday, and if you would have looked at it, if you want to go off for this year, if we had Drew instead of Dame, think of it like this: Middleton's been hurt for how many games?
He's maybe played 20 games.
So let's say 3/4 of
30.
the season, we would have had to rely on Drew Holiday to be that 2 position, and he hasn't been that. He couldn't. He proved that he couldn't play that Robin role, and I think that's the problem. That was the main
well,
problem, and also part of our record too is Chris Middleton. He's been gone. That was supposed to be, I feel like at minimum 17 points a game.
Correct.
17 to 20 points a game that we haven't seen from him and gotten that from him. He got hurt again yesterday.
Yeah, he
yeah,
got
but
mouth
you're
trauma. He
basing,
should be straight though. He just got mouth trauma.
Yeah, pause.
yeah. But that's
That was the best pause all year. Let me just tell
All
you.
right. I can't believe that. I wouldn't even Chris Middleton shouldn't even let them say nothing like that about him. That sounds crazy. You out of the game, you can't come back because of mouth trauma. That's insane. What does that mean? Who
His mouth
okayed
was
them to say that?
traumatized. His mouth was
Yeah, like
traumatized.
what does that mean? What exactly happened to you, brother?
Nah, but
did this happen before or
I
after
got
the
one thing
game?
to
right.
add to that. Then y'all cook. Only thing I have to add is
Turn your volume
Lopez is
up, Am.
regressed. Huh?
Turn your volume up a little bit.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I see. All right, hold on. One thing too is Lopez is regressed.
That as well.
That's also hurt us.
We're an old
But
team, like you
but
said in the past.
Mm-hmm.
but that is because of Drew. Drew Drew's defense. Listen to what I'm saying. His
Mm-hmm.
defense forced people. He stopped the ball at the point of attack.
Mm-hmm.
Then he would direct them to the defense.
Right.
Dame and them just letting them go right by him, and then now you got slow Lopez trying to rotate over, and it's not working. The reason why I still stand on Holiday being the wrong move for them to get rid of, they would have still been able to pick up some extra pieces.
Maybe, but we
Plus,
don't
they
know
would have
who.
had a deeper bench. Well, you're you're basing it off of if they would have just stood pat. What I'm saying is they made moves like Beasley, all these other, they picked up other players. You have AJ Green. You don't know if Beauchamp would have been in rotation. I just think Drew's impact would have been it's needed, and we wouldn't have been in those games where Dame had to save us in the end because point guards wouldn't be torching us for 30, 40, 50 points.
Drew wasn't stopping people like that. Drew wasn't shutting down. Drew wasn't shutting down anybody.
I agree with that.
What elite point guard was he shutting down? And see, that's the thing. I think when it comes to defensive guards, you're not when you go up against like the Darren Foxes, the Steph Currys, the Dame Lillards, you're not shutting them down. You may frustrate them to where they may get 23 instead of 28.
33, right?
Yeah,
right.
But you're not just shutting them down.
Okay,
but hold on. Let me ask you this question, though. Well, I'm going to say a statement and ask you a question. Again, I still strongly feel Drew is more impactful in a third or fourth option position where he is right now in Boston. His responsibilities are way less. His responsibilities to me are way less to the point where I think that he's easily replaceable on that Boston team and they keep it moving. I don't think his position in Boston, his role in Boston is that impactful to where if he was gone, they wouldn't win. They wouldn't have just as good a shot to win the championship.
Well, because they have depth. I mean, you got Derek White. So I agree with that. Yep.
But
I agree with that.
Oh, go ahead.
But he wasn't brought on to the Bucks to be a number 2.
He was brought as a number 3. But he can't even step up to be that number. He can't. We needed him, and we would need him to step up and be that number 2 because of Chris Middleton and him being injury prone.
Correct.
At least until this year.
That's the real problem. He don't have enough firepower or do it consistently. Dame is having an off year, still giving you 25.
Well, and we're losing.
And we're the 2 seed.
So that doesn't really matter.
We're the 2 seed
in the East, though. Like, how bad is it really? I mean, how bad is it really? And they took their foot off the gas these last, 7 games or so.
Where I agree with you, Lamont. But you know where I do agree with you is I think we do need other. See, and one thing that we have to factor in is we need pieces to surround now Dame and Giannis. Dame came late. So I think that our ideal team wasn't what it was anymore. It has been shook up now. So now I think that we need to get pieces now to complement. I think probably Beauchamp is going to probably be gone for another position. Yeah. Brook Lopez possibly could be gone if we can get another athletic big.
Be gone.
Beasley may be gone.
Oh, Beasley's only on a 1-year contract. He's gone.
So I think it's a lot of
1-year contract.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of positions. Yeah, see, it's a lot of pieces that I think we need to get now. I think this all happened at the last minute, and it's just not. It's not the pieces that are needed.
Well, and going back to what you said a minute ago, when you said that Drew wasn't locking down, and then you named off like the best of the best point guards. Well, okay, I'll give you that. Shit, Lillard isn't stopping any of them.
I'm not. I've never. I'll say Lillard is a better defender than what people have given him credit for.
I agree with that.
He's not letting people blow by him.
The stats show it. He like top 5 or 6 defensive efficiency.
No, I think he's done a lot better. He's done a lot better.
Yeah, for real. You can Google that, bro. I trust me. I have to back Dame up all the time on my pod, bro. Trust me. I have to have receipts. And we 1-7 without Dame as well as a team.
Do you know the first thing when the Bucks play? Do you know the first thing I go look at?
What?
I don't even look at the stats and all that. Points to the paint.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's the guard play.
Yeah. Again,
That's
though,
guard play.
I think we got to get the right surrounding pieces
Yeah.
for this to work right. That's just what I think. I
Lopez
don't
is
think
the
that,
king.
again, I don't think these pieces were intended for Dame
Right.
on that squad.
You don't think if we had an
Yeah.
athletic center like Jaren Jackson Jr., our defense wouldn't be much better? That man is a statue. He can't move. He's unusable in today's NBA.
Hey, let me tell you,
He's
Lamont,
unusable, bro.
I went to a Bucks game. I think I told you this. When I went to the Bucks game with Am, he yells for Brooke Lopez, "Be a man, be a man."
Dude, this man won't grab no rebounds, bro. What is all this tapping business? If you don't get your man,
Well,
listen.
I think that he should. I hate seeing him not two-hand grab rebounds. I hate seeing him not flushing the ball.
Bobby
Um,
P. too.
He's just slow
as far
too.
as defensively, I think because of the guard play, it's making him, and he's slow, so it's harder for him to rotate. I mean, just last year he was tops for Defensive Player of the Year.
And you're right, and that's when we should have traded it. And that's exactly when we should have
Well,
traded it.
You're
That
right.
was the
And
problem. You sell
foreseeing it,
high.
you're right. But I keep Brooke Lopez at a if he restructured his contract or something.
No,
no,
he's
I
done.
think if you got it, I think if when Patrick Beverly's in the game, the interior defense plays a lot different.
True.
And that's because you can't have Lillard and Beasley out there that's guarding nobody,
Mm-hmm. No, I agree
just
with you. They're better
allowing
with Pat
these.
Bev in there. I agree.
Exactly. Yeah. Because he's stopping the ball at the point of attack.
Right, but the problem
I,
is that he can't be allowed to start because Beasley contract states that he has to be a starter. That's the problem.
What?
Yeah. Have you ever seen him not start? No matter how bad he play? Think about that. He always starts unless he's hurt.
That's
He always
seriously in his
starts.
contract, or are you
Yeah, that was
exaggerating?
the whole point. No, I'm being serious. That was the
I've
whole
never
point.
heard that to be in somebody's contract.
That's why he took less
well,
money. He could have got more money somewhere else, but he took less money here to be a starter.
Damn, you made me not like dude because the arrogance in that demand. You ain't even that good to be making those demands. Why would you even agree to that?
well, I think
Like,
the good thing about
embrace the
this whole
athlete.
season, it'll be over with quick, and then we can get the ball rolling as far as next season. Dude,
And firing our GM. And firing our GM.
They
I
will
don't
be out
appreciate.
first.
I don't appreciate that
Didn't I say
negativity.
that horse
I
City gone?
don't appreciate that negativity, so I am moving on.
I
So
get that.